So here's the quick and dirty. I wanted to remind you in this lecture of the incredible swings that took place in the Church of England between the time of Elizabeth I's death in 1603 and the time that Samuel Seabury was consecrated immediately after the Revolutionary War. You will recall that Elizabeth had a long and distinguished reign from 1533 to 1603, and that she pursued what has been called the middle way, or the Via Media, and that is that she walked a thin line between Roman Catholicism, which had been the religion of England before Henry VIII, and Protestantism. That Via Media meant that she asked people of the Church of England to subscribe to the Act of Supremacy, which declared the monarch to be the head of the Church of England. She also expected her subjects to subscribe to the Act of Uniformity, that is, that they would worship using the Book of Common Prayer. Elizabeth was one who walked that line very carefully. She was succeeded by James I of Scotland, and because Scotland had been a more Protestant country, many people thought the Church of England would take a decidedly Protestant turn. And indeed, those who convened with James I in 1604, shortly after he ascended to the throne, the result of which was the translation of the Bible, which became the King James Version of the Bible, published in 1611. Many thought that James would be more sympathetic to the Puritans, to the dissenters. In fact, like Elizabeth, he, as a Stuart, sought to walk that line of the Via Media as well. But James's successor moved the pendulum back in a Roman Catholic direction. James died in 1625 and was succeeded by Charles I. Charles I was married to a Roman Catholic, Henrietta Maria, and he appointed an Archbishop of Canterbury, William Laud, L-A-U-D, who was very anti-Puritan and who sought to move the church in a Catholic direction. Charles made disastrous decisions in terms of foreign policy. He also angered people by his churchmanship, so that in 1642 a civil war broke out. Charles I was defeated in 1645, 1646. The Church of England was disestablished in 1646. Charles I was executed in 1649, his execution considered by many as a martyrdom. That chapter of the Stuart dynasty then comes to a conclusion and is replaced by the Commonwealth. And as you know, England takes a decidedly Protestant and Calvinistic turn during the Commonwealth, particularly under the protectorship of Oliver Cromwell from 1653 to 1658. But the Commonwealth does not last, and the monarchy is restored in 1660. The Stuart dynasty is restored with Charles II. Charles II, in the restoration of the monarchy, does move the church back toward the middle and toward a more Catholic direction. In 1662, he authorizes the publication or revision of the Book of Common Prayer, the 1662 Prayer Book, being the Book of Common Prayer that the Church of England still uses. Charles II actually converted to Roman Catholicism on his deathbed. He was received into the Roman Catholic Church in 1685. He's succeeded by his son, James II. James II had already been received into the Roman Catholic Church in 1670. James's first wife, Anne Hyde, produced two children, Mary and Anne. Both were raised as Protestants, but after Anne Hyde's death, James II married a second time to Mary Modena, and she was Roman Catholic. Their son, James Francis, was raised for all intents and purposes as a Roman Catholic. The reign of James II came to an unfortunate end as well, with an invasion by William of Orange, and his consort Mary then became with him monarchs as the result of the Glorious Revolution in 1688. And again, the church in England takes a decidedly Protestant turn. William was, of course, from the Netherlands and reflected the Dutch Reformed tradition. James II spent the last 4 years of his life in exile, engaged in monastic religious observance. In 1690, then very shortly after William and Mary came to the throne, a number of bishops, 9 to be exact, including the Archbishop of Canterbury, William Sancroft, refused to pay allegiance, to swear an oath to William and Mary. They believed very strongly in the divine right of kings, and that William and Mary were not divinely sanctioned to be the monarchs of England. Their allegiance was to James II and to the Stuart dynasty. They became known as the non-jurors, along with 400 priests who were loyal to James II and to the Stuart dynasty. It was during this period, too, that there arose a group of churchmen in the Church of England who were called latitudinarians, who themselves sought to walk a middle way, who sought to be tolerant of the Roman Catholic wing in England, but also tolerant of the dissident, the Puritan, the more Protestant band of Christians in England. And the latitudinarians would have an increasingly important voice during the reign of William and Mary and subsequently. When William died in 1702, the heir of James II was restored to the throne, that is Queen Anne, who ruled in 1714 till 1714, moved the church back to a via media, but also she was a monarch with more Catholic sentiments. And then she is succeeded by the three Georges: George I, 1714 to 1727, George II, 1727 to 1760, and then finally George III, 1760 to 1820. And it is during the reign of George III then that we have the American Revolution. And it is during the reign of George III then that we have the consecration of Samuel Seabury by the non-juring bishops. I'm going to stop with this lecture now, and I'm going to append to it a second bit, and that has to do with the religious tenor of the colonies as a way, again, of contextualizing for you the ordination of and consecration of Samuel Seabury as the first bishop of the Episcopal Church in America.